Hi everyone, and welcome back to 10-Minute Sign and Sing. Our song this week is These Days, which was written by Rudimental and features Jess, Glynne singing in the chorus and American rapper Macklemore doing some rapping in the intro and the bridge section. This week is a little bit different. There'll be slightly less signing and a little bit more body percussion to go with those fast bits of rapping. So Tom's going to be along in a minute to teach you some excellent body percussion grooves, and there's even a little bit of beatboxing in there if you'd like to join in. And Kelly will be here to teach you the signs for the chorus. As always, you can choose to do whichever part suits you the most. You could just do the body percussion, you could just do the singing, or you can do the signing, or you could try and have a go at doing all three. Completely up to you. I'll be back very briefly at the end. Have fun!
Hi everyone, let's do some body percussion to go along with These Days. Now it's quite a spaced out sounding track, so we don't want anything too busy. Instead, I'm going to teach you a new sound. We're going to make a sound by rubbing our hands together, but not too flappy, quite small. In my head I'm saying tasty fish, and you'll see why in a minute. So can you say tasty fish? Let's do it. Tasty fish. Let's do tasty fish clap. Here we go. Let's do it again. Here we go. Let's add to that a little bit more. Let's clap tasty fish clap 1, 2. But we're going to say the 1, 2. We're not going to make any noise. Here we go. Tasty fish clap 1, 2. Let's do it again. Here we go. Tasty fish, clap, 1, 2. Last little bit, we're going to do stamp, clap. Let me show you the whole thing and you'll see how it goes together. I'm going to do tasty fish, clap, 1, 2. Tasty fish, clap, 1, 2. Will you do it slowly with me? 1, 2, here we go. Tasty fish, clap, 1, 2. Tasty fish, clap, 1, 2. Tasty fish, 1, 2. Tasty fish, 1, 2. Did you hear how I was whispering the 1, 2? Really, we're not going to say them all at all. They're actually what in music we call rests, little gaps in the music, but we still need to think about them. So if you can do it without even saying 1, 2, but still count them, that would be really good. Hey, let's try it with a verse. This is the groove that works with the verse. So let's try it with a verse. You ready? Here we go.
You were the light for me to find my truth. I just wanna say thank you. Leaving to find my soul. Told her I had to go. And I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. Too young to feel this old. Watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. I hope someday.
Let's have a go at the chorus for These Days. So the first line, I hope someday we'll sit down together. I, point to yourself. Hope, fingers crossed. And then someday, 2 hands go in front of your face and open back out again. Do that again, right in front of your face. And then we'll sit down, hand on top of hand, and you're going to push down to make it go down. So sit down. And then together, 2 fingers from both hands, you're going to put them on top of each other, and you're going to come in from one side and then in from the other side. So together. Whole of the first line. I hope someday we'll sit down together. Second line. And laugh with each other about these days. And laugh, thumb and finger, going to go near your mouth and just jump up and down. And laugh with each other. We're going to use the same sign as we did for together. So each other, same thing, together. And then about these days. So these, you're going to point downwards like it's now. So these days, we learnt the days at the beginning. And then these days again. So hold of the second line and laugh with each other about these days. Third line, all our troubles we'll lay to rest. So all, flat hand in front of you, going to go round in a circle. All our troubles, hand up, thumb's going to go into that hand from the other hand. So all our troubles we'll lay to rest. Now I'm going to use an easier sign, and we're just going to change the word rest to sleep, so it's kind of the same thing. So hand on top of hand, and you're going to put it onto the side of your head and tilt your head down as if you're sleeping. So third line, all our troubles we'll lay to rest. Fourth line, and we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days. So wish is thumb and a finger coming away from your chin and then joining together at the bottom like you've got a little beard. So we'll wish we could come back. First finger is just going to summon you back, like come to me. And then last bit to these days, we've learnt that bit before, these days. So whole of that fourth line, we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days. Well done. Let's go all the way back to the beginning and see if we can do the 4 lines. So, I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest, and we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days. Well done. And the final little bit, we need to do oh no a lot of times. Okay, so I, you're going to point to yourself, and then no, thumb is on your head upside down. So I know, I know, I know, I know, however many times it is. And then in the middle of that, we have these days, which we learnt before, these days. We go back to I know, and then the final little bit is these days again. Okay, well done. Have another little go through that, and then you can put it with the music. Well done.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest, and we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days. These days, these days. These days, these days.
3 years of ups and downs.
Okay, so now that we've got our verse and our chorus sorted, let's put an extra bit of body percussion into the bridge. Here's what we're going to do. Instead of learning a completely new bit, we're going to add a tiny little moment into our groove. Our little moment is chica chica. Can you say chica chica? You don't actually really have to say it. Instead, you're going to do chica chica. Can you do chica chica? We're going to add that in, so it's going to sound like this. Tasty fish, clap, chica chica. Tasty fish, clap, chica chica, stamp. Tasty fish, clap, chica chica, stamp, clap. But I'm going to give you a choice. You can either play it like that. Why don't we do one practice of it together? Let's play it 4 times at full speed. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Or you can just do it using your mouth. This starts us off with a different style of percussion called beatboxing, where musicians use their mouth to make rhythms. All you have to do is use the first 2 letters of each of the words that I've taught you for the rhythm. Instead of saying tasty fish, say tasty fish. Instead of clap, say k. That was the k of clap. Instead of chica chica, just do ch-ch-ch-ch. And instead of stamp clap, we won't say stamp, we'll say boom to make a low noise like a bass drum. So then we get so if you'd rather, you can use your voice instead of your body. I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to play it one time using my body. You choose whether you want to use your voice or your body.
Reminiscing on those past days. I thought you didn't know my last name, but that changed. And I traveled around the world, think where you living at now. I heard you moved to Austin, got an apartment and settled down. And every once in a while, I start texting, write a paragraph, but then I delete the message. Think about you like a pastime. I could cry you a river, get you baptized. Or I wasn't ready to act right. Used to always think I'd get you back right. They say that things fall apart. We were gonna move to Brooklyn, you were gonna study art. Love is just a tool to remind us who we are, and that we are not alone when we're walking in the dark.
Hi, how did you get on? Did you enjoy learning those cool rhythms with Tom? Tasty Fish, that was my favourite one. So just a quick note about the singing. I know you've got a lot to do in this song already with the body percussion and the signing. But if you are going to sing along, there's a little riff towards the end of the chorus that is a little bit tricky. It's the bit that goes, oh, oh, I know, oh, I know, oh, I know, these days. Now, if you're struggling to get that, what might be a nice idea is just to chop it up into little tiny bits. So just start with the first couple of notes. Just those 4 notes. Just do them a couple of times. And then start to add the rest of that riff in slowly. I know. Until you think you've got the whole run all together. Okay, so that's just a couple of tips for that little tricky bit at the end of the chorus. Otherwise, I hope you've really enjoyed learning the signs and the body percussion and singing along this week, and I'll see you next time.